and I think everything will be just fine now, is what I choose to believe. So, um, where
Crunchy
were we?
outside and
Um,
juicy
Well,
inside.
things were not
yes,
fine with Agent Faint
things
at
were not
all.
fine. Yes.
No. So, I've just dug up a deeply repressed memory, perhaps, or, some sort of circumstance. So, one of the one of the things about Agent Faint is that she can't actually remember the circumstances around her eruption. She just sort of lost time.
Yep.
And I've just gone and done a final sweep of Pax's hotel room to see what might be happening or
Yep.
what other things might be there that might give me clues as to his strange behavior. And I've noticed these pills. They look
Mhm.
very similar to the pills that I might have potentially taken during a party one night a few years back. um, and I am, um, yeah, I'm just sort of a bit reeling at the moment. I've I've got no way, like, like this has just come on so suddenly.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to process it or react. So I've like hurriedly left,
Okay.
noting down the details of what we're seeing, like, what I saw and these particular pills, because why would a guy like Pax need those? Um, he doesn't need performance enhancement. He is performance. Um,
Yes. Indeed. Indeed.
so that's very curious. And I'm very much juggling between sort of unpicking everything I've seen in the previous night and being totally exhausted and, this really critical moment in my life, my personal life kind of popping up out of nowhere. Um, yeah, so I retreat. I have to get back into a safe place where I've got a bit of privacy really quickly.
Okay. So I'm just typing something too. So, um, I reckon Faint has a little bit of time to start processing. Um, yeah, back at the hotel where I don't know, are Faint and Comet in presumably different rooms at the hotel? I suppose money is of no object when you're Project Utopia and also when you are independently extremely wealthy. Um,
That's it. Why would we share a
home.
room?
Yeah,
Like,
that that's for Muzz. So, it is, yeah, a mere few hours of downtime that she gets. She's probably dead tired. Didn't really sleep at all last night with the investigation and um, the spying, the voyeurism. It takes up a lot of time. But
just another night.
but I reckon she probably wouldn't be all that able to sleep right now either. Like thinking through all this stuff.
Look, I think she'd be lying there going through the memories, so trying to capture everything that she possibly could so that she doesn't let it slip out. So she'd just be repeating this scene over and over again of this party and how she felt after after she started to feel really unwell. And the thing that she can't escape is, what about her friend? Like, what, she, yes, go combing the images, combing the memories, just trying to see, was she in the corner of my eye? Did I, like, you know, if I was feeling this way, how was she feeling?
Totally. And yeah, yeah. And I reckon probably, yeah, trying to rack your brains for, have you seen her since? Like, you're all like, your, yeah, kind of 10 months since then has been a whirlwind, what you remember of it. So, like,
Yeah, I woke up a nova. A lot of
yeah.
my old life just disappeared in an instant, and you know, I didn't remember this with her. I wouldn't have even thought to look her up after this. We were just mates who partied.
Yep, exactly. And so they're the thoughts that are running through your head when you're not sleeping. When your phone starts ringing, um, you you flick it up and you see it is a phone call from Slider. That's Jennifer Slider-Landers, the teleporter that you met on screen last time. She's calling you.
I answer. If I don't answer, I assume she'll be over in a moment anyway.
Probably. She the moment that you answer, she's speaking a mile a minute. Hey, so where are you now? Are you at the hotel that you had charged to your card a couple of hours back? I'm looking up on Google Maps now. Is that it? Are you near the
That's
front?
it.
Can you be near the front, like ASAP? If you can get your gear, I'll meet you out there in 2 minutes.
I'm on my way.
Thanks. See ya. And she's off.
Oh man,
Um,
that girl can move.
she can, and that definitely gives off big emergency vibes as well. She's like, she talks a lot, and she's a sort of a fast kind of person, but also she's a fast kind of person that talks a lot because she's always got action that she's running off to. So I reckon you probably grab Comet, give him the news that something is happening.
Oh yeah, like down the elevator ride, which probably takes 2 minutes alone.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
um, uh, I recap. I don't go through the personal stuff, but I just give the basics, and I add at the end this sort of weird pill that I think I've seen before. It's some sort of street drug for novas.
Okay. Awesome. So you're down there about approximately 3 minutes later. And Slider is basically just as you're walking out, she appears in a flash of yellow light. Um, she's decked out in like full team tomorrow uniform, basically. As I'm guessing you both are as well. Um, yeah, the Euphoba suits, and she announces that we have an emergency, and Pax has just asked both of you to accompany him. Um, there, there's been an incident in New York, and the fireman, that's another team Tomorrow Nova, has called in for an emergency response. Um, am I able to take you to there now? She says, already with her phone up, pulling up the Google Maps for where she's going to be off to. Oh, I think you're on mute.
Yeah, where else are we gonna go? Let's hit it.
um, um, any last questions? Any final prep? I have no idea what
Google
we're going to
charge
be
you
doing when we get there.
royalties.
um,
um,
you can
oh
take that up.
look, let's yeah, is there anything you haven't told us that we need to know? Let's get in there. We'll assess the situation.
Um, um, all I know is what I heard in the meeting I was sitting in on yesterday. It was further World Crime Task Force work. it was meant to be a pretty simple, you know, bust in, arrest some guys, with firemen and and she says in, you know, extremely American kind of way, the fine boys of the NYPD. It was meant to be a simple job at the Marine Port, but then we get this call, emergency. There's been an explosion and gunfire, and we need all hands we can get now. So it's actually 2 minutes later than I was hoping. And she says, sorry. Are you guys ready to go?
Let's go. Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay. She grabs both your wrists, and then suddenly there is a burst of light and a feeling of kind of lurching, and then you are elsewhere. You are miles away in New York City. There is basically a kind of city street on one side, and on the other side of you is essentially the entrance to the marine docks. So like, you know, a kind of, you know, gate, kind of weighing station, the sort of place that the trucks pass through to carry cargo. And on the street side of the road, there are a couple of trucks and sort of yeah, like big kind of luxury cars, and behind them are a bunch of people ducked behind them, shooting in your general direction, and then like firing off shots and then ducking back down and then firing a few more shots. You are already ducking, like, you know, oh God, am I in the line of fire right now? And sort of on the other side of you are a big SWAT van with some police are kind of, you know, ducked and kind of hidden around that, also trying to kind of lay off shots. And you also see a kind of a light emanating from that area, like a kind of like energy sort of light. And yeah, there's shouting, there's, you know, yeah, obviously gunfire, and there is a voice that you recognize as Fireman, or Randall Fireman Portman, are kind of trying to yell directions to the police, like, you know, like, stay behind cover, wait, I've got help coming, just, you know, be safe, you are all right in the thick of it. I feel
It's
like
where we like to be.
yeah, pretty much. I feel like it's probably even time to roll for initiative, I think, is where we're at, unless there's something else that you want to do sort of
Fantastic.
before that, like if you want to run away, or you know, drop to fetal position, start crying, that's good too.
Look, I think this is the sort of challenge I need right now.
I feel like probably so. There's nothing like
Yeah,
a little
I
bit of
think.
action to get you out of yourself.
Have we even had breakfast yet? Do we want to have a firefight before breakfast?
Oh man, I'm still riding high on those dumplings from the last game.
Nice. Yep. So
That's it.
I reckon it does sound like initiative. If we just leap straight into that, initiative is the lowest of your athletics and your cunning, or your empathy and your dexterity. If either of you might like to give me the first two rolls of the game, and I'll pull up some stats for the bad guys. Okay. 3 successes for Comet. Not too shabby.
Ooh,
successes.
2,
Okay.
which is so much better than that was last time. I guess at the next available opportunity, I definitely want to be activating my phasing just to
Yeah.
make myself a little less susceptible to bullet wounds,
Okay.
or a
So,
lot less susceptible.
so is that phasing to go intangible?
Yes, yeah. So they go through me. Oh
Awesome.
no, should I go the opposite way?
Yeah, you could go really tough.
Let's think about that.
Mm.
God, 50-50.
I'm happy with either one of those, although technically it is actually Comet that goes first. So,
Yes.
what
So,
does he want to do?
can I see who's shooting at us?
The only people that you see right this second are some, I guess, suited-looking individuals. So, kind of, I want to say mafioso-looking guys, suits, big, kind of gruff-looking people, with mostly handguns, but there are definitely, like, there's a rifle and a shotgun in there too.
Okay. Well, my
Not
plan then
not
is to basically take a flying leap at, I'm going to say, the guy with a shotgun
Yep.
to get that off him first.
Okay.
So just however far away he is, I don't know how many range bands he is, but yeah. And flying up and across because it seems safer to do that than to run straight at him.
Okay, so up and
Yeah,
across.
like an arc.
Yep. Awesome. Oh, I didn't actually mention that 2 of the vehicles that they were kind of like huddled behind were turned over and smushed up. Didn't mention that little detail.
Small
But you
detail.
definitely noticed that. Okay, so that sounds like a close combat role. And I think with your speed, if you want to activate speed, you won't need to split your actions to sprint there as well. Just because your speed is rather high, you can, I think, cross, is it 2 speed bands in an action for free rather than just 1?
I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm speed scale 3, so
yeah. Also, maybe it is 3, which
yeah.
easily gets you there.
Yep.
So that's awesome. So yeah, you can start close combat actions when you are at, like, what I would say is probably now long distance even.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Easy. But I guess after that you'll be close, so we'll see. So yeah, I reckon close combat, and what kind of attribute do you think would be best for that?
Shall we say Dex for the speed?
I'm down for that. So you're just rushing.
Yep.
Take it away.
All right, so it's a beefy 8 dice. Oh yeah. Don't botch, don't botch, don't botch, don't botch. I didn't botch!
Oh.
5 successes. Okay. So he has a defense of 2. So you've got, do you have enhancement on that as well?
I do have an enhancement on dexterity. I'm not sure if it comes into account for this though.
Oh, as in for scale.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, no, I don't even.
Oh, hang on. No, hang on. I have rapid strike.
Ooh, okay. And what does that do again?
That's
I
an
feel like
excellent
that gives
question.
you
I
enhancement.
wish I had opened up my PDFs. And you must be getting something.
This is an interesting night. I think it's fine if we're a little bit unsettled. Or interesting day, or week also. Let's just go there. Okay. I was nearly there. Mega edges. More rapid. Rapid strike gives you spend a quantum to either add enhancement equal to the higher of their mega cunning or mega dexterity ratings, or apply the same attack successes from one attack against all targets within close range. Ooh.
Are there targets within close range of this guy?
Yes, definitely. I would say there's you don't quite have numbers of them all yet, but
Yep.
definitely there are another 2 people kind of huddled behind the same kind of vehicle with this guy.
Right. Then I will apply my successes to everyone in close range.
Wow. Okay. Jeez, that is pretty damn good. So that gives you 3 successes against 3 people. Damn. And spend that quantum.
And spend that quantum. Yep.
Okay. So what would you like to do with these successes? I'm going to tell you, these guys do have soft armor 1 each, in that they're wearing, bulky, bulky, tough guy, badass clothes, which will give them sort of, 1 armor against bludgeoning.
Yep. Well, so I've got 5 for each of them. I might try disarming them is the first priority. So grab the weapons out of their arms.
Yep.
Out of their hands. And if there's any successes left over from that, because I'm not sure how disarm's going to work.
Okay, so I'm almost at the combat section. Okay, so successes can be spent on after you've beaten their defense of 2, you can disarm for another 2 successes each. And you can inflict damage for 1 because they've got 1 armor each. Or if there's anything else that you want to do there too. So,
well, it might be better to
shoving, knocking down.
Yeah, knock them down, I think, would be the way to go. So I said at each one's hands, I'm sort of grabbing the weapon and using a jiu-jitsu toss to knock them onto their backs until I'm the last one standing amid 3 sprawling bodies, and I'm holding 3 weapons. A shotgun and whatever the pistols are.
Okay, so is that actually choosing to not do inflict damage?
I will not be inflicting damage. I don't have enough successes for it.
Okay, so you've smashed 3 people pretty damn successfully, which is awesome. How about Agent Fate? You are next up. So we've got, I didn't mention, but we have player, and then 3 NPCs in the turn.
Okay. Well, look, I'm going to go dense. Let's do that.
Ooh, sweet.
I just need to like tighten things up a little in there.
Maybe need to smash some people.
Philly smash. Yeah. So let's go for it. I'm going to activate that. I want to activate a number of dots. So just working out how much quantum I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a bit conservative. I'll spend 3.
Okay, so nice. I like that a lot. So that gives you, for each dot activated, you gain a dot of Mega Might and the Toughness Mega Edge, which gives you, now you have Mega Might 3, which is huge, and 3 dots of Toughness, which give you 1 more hard armor for the first one, I'm pretty sure it is, and then gives you +2 to your toughness, your durability scale. So that makes you scale 3 for durability, which makes you like very, very nearly bulletproof. I'm pretty sure.
Nearly.
Yeah, nearly. Very, very nearly. So guns aren't going to do that much to you now. And also you're like ridiculously strong. So what do you want to do with this newfound power?
Hand-to-hand combat.
Nice. Okay.
Don't let the power go to your head.
So you're long range away right now from these people.
Yep.
But you can move one scale range for free.
Yep.
And if you want to move another scale, you can split your actions so that you're doing a sprint basically to get into short range. Although I think short range is different from close combat range, is it or not? Well, yeah, you're one range.
Yeah, I
away
think
from
I'd want to be right on top of them.
So yeah.
To engage them. Between me and them, on my way over, is there anyone potentially in danger that I could I don't think I'm going to get there in one shot. Could I just use some of that time to make sure that, I'm at least protecting them for the next possible shot that might come at them?
Ooh, that's interesting. You could, there aren't really any people in kind of, I guess, the intersection right now that you've landed in. But you definitely, let's see.
Or could I draw fire potentially just by just
that's
moving and
you definitely draw fire. Maybe
Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like that might be a role, but I think that would be totally fine doing that role.
Yep.
And it's probably a pretty easy role as well. So I'd give you enhancement in that you are the suddenly appearing superhero that's just popped into existence. So I'll give that 2 enhancement. And I reckon for the actual role, that would be, where is it? Command.
Yes.
As that is what you're using to, make people do something. And I reckon it's up to you what you think might be most appropriate.
I think presence, maybe.
All right, with presence, or
Yeah.
manipulation works as well if you'd rather. I don't remember what your stats are for it. You would probably.
Oh, look, presence gives me an extra dice.
All right.
I'd take that.
But I
Lucky.
think, like,
Should we do
from
the TV?
my, just being
Grunkcastle,
there, being a big, nice target.
Yeah. Yep, I think that's fair. So plus 2 enhancement. And there's momentum if you want to spend any 2. There's 5 left right now.
No, we can't tell what's coming through the stream. So unless people tell us.
Your max is 6.
No, I think it was hidden someone.
So I can spend momentum to put in an extra.
They're the ones who said they had no audio from Nate first.
Let's do that. I'm going to spend...
You're the one who told us the audio was working again.
Let's do 2. Is that okay, Nick?
I think we might have
You're
lost
on
Nick
mute.
for a second, but I think...
Awesome. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I think he'll
making an executive decision. Oh, I'm so lucky I did that.
Oh, wow, geez. Okay. Phew. 1 success, which takes you to 3 successes, which definitely works on them. They start kind of, one guy starts like basically yelling, going, oh God, and firing in your direction. As I'm going to say that's not, kind of part of combat. So purely cinematic, those bullets kind of ricochet off you as you are sort of,
straight into the bystanders.
Do we have a drone on me?
Ricocheting bullets straight into bystanders. That's how it happens.
Yeah, perfect. Yes, actually, there are drones again. So projects.
Fantastic.
Utopia flying drone cameras.
I didn't do
Um,
so well last time, so I'm going to try to earn that back this time.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
it.
Okay, so for your trouble, you are going to get shot at now, though. So let me pull up their stats. Once again, they're kind of mobs. So one mob has been almost entirely demolished already by Comet. And there's another mob of 4 people who are going to be shooting in your general direction. So we pull up the roll. Oh, and can you roll me your defense too? So that is a resistance attribute that you think is kind of most appropriate. Oh, oops. Ooh, damn, they have 3 successes with enhancement 3. Ooh. Now that's because there are 3 people firing at you. Oh, I think you're on mute, Tash.
So is my defense enhanced at all from my my toughness?
Yes.
It is. Yes. So I've got
Yes.
toughness 3.
So
Okay.
that gives you +4 enhancement.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, wow.
So it's just my resistance stat that's probably most relevant. I'm going to go with resolve.
That works.
I've made a decision to take some fire. I'm
Standing
gonna
there and taking it. Wow.
I'm just gonna try not to flinch. I've got to look brave.
Do it for the
As I
cameras.
giggle nervously. That's it. That's it. All right. Rolling those dice. And worst that can happen, I can
Okay. No, that is totally fine. That gives you 7 all up. So even though they rolled extremely well with a 6, their bullets all literally do go clattering off your now super dense skin. That's awesome. And yep, a drone camera zooms by as well, catching the long shot of you just going and not even flinching back from it. Totally awesome.
so exciting when I'm not invisible and people can
Yeah,
see me.
yeah, that's true. They can see me now. And I'm gonna say the other mob is going to try to shoot at. No, actually, should be shooting at Comet as this guy has just seen his three compatriots just swung around like rag dolls. He is going to attempt to shoot at you with literally just a pistol, so not quite sure how well it will work for him, but we'll see. A total of 2 successes. What is Comet's defense, Nick? Would you like to roll to add to it too?
I certainly would like to roll to add to it. And I will roll... well... I guess I'll go stamina because, suck it up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no!
Oh no! Jeez. Well, that's unfortunate. You can, if you want, add some momentum. We've got 4 left now.
I was like, how bad could our rolls be? We won't need that momentum.
Totally up to you, Nick. I'm fine if you want to. I'm fine if you don't want to as well, and you want to get shot.
Well, I don't particularly want to get shot, so sure, I'll spend some momentum.
Go for it.
How
I
many do
mean,
we
I
have?
spent the momentum on my light jog, so
Do we have 3 there to spend to use?
4 to spend.
But I can only use 4. But I can only use half of that.
And I thought that it was half of the max in one go. I thought, or maybe not.
Yeah. So I'm just like, what's our max? 8.
6 is the max.
Right.
Oh,
So
sorry. So you're right. So you can only spend 3. Yep.
yeah. Okay.
I got a
I'm
long
spending
day.
3 momentum.
Okay. Excellent. 3 momentum going away.
So is that just rolling another 3 dice? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Hey, that's better. 4 successes.
Oh, jeez. Far out. Awesome. Okay. So, are there any stunts in particular that you want to buy with the, your defense successes?
Yes.
So there's dodge, which lets you add to your defense. There's dive to cover, which in response to a ranged attack, you move up to 1 range band away to reach cover. Or roll away lets you move one range band away from the attacker.
So I think the dive behind cover, because I'm standing here behind a bent car anyway. So I'm just going to use my speed and get behind it.
Nice. That makes perfect sense. So yeah, bullets go zinging past you as you kind of, I reckon, kind of run or slide or leap over the car to get to the other side of it from where this dude is shooting at you. Marvelous. It is back up to the players. So which of you would like to go next?
Well,
I think Nick's like right in the middle of this really cool motion. We should blow
that's what I
that
feel like
through.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too. Keep the momentum going on that.
How far away is the guy who's shooting at me?
He's on the other side of this turned over truck to you now.
Right.
So close, but I guess there's something between you both.
Yeah, that's fine. So what I'm going to do then is jump up and over, do a roll, come up next to him, and take his weapon.
Ooh. So do a roll. What do you mean by do a roll?
Oh, because I've just jumped up over the car that I've just taken cover behind.
Yep.
Oh. And then come back down, done a roll in front of him, so when I'm coming up out of the roll, I'm grabbing his weapon, lifting it right up out of his hand, and then I'll, be shoving him down, assuming I've got the successes bear.
I mean, I reckon you probably will, so I think that sounds awesome. I reckon give that a go. I reckon probably is that maybe splitting actions for like the leap over the car?
It could be.
Are you thinking? Like probably I think or most likely I would say it would be a complication in getting over it or increased difficulty, which will most likely be eaten up by your mega dexterity anyway.
Either way you want to do it. Like if you want to do a split action, I'm going to have 8 dice.
Okay. For both, because you've got...
Yeah, because that's equal either way. So...
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, like I reckon... Let me pull up mega defense again. Mega dexterity. I know what I'm saying. Okay, so that ignores 1 point of complications on dexterity actions per mega dexterity dot. Once the complications are reduced to 0, any remaining dots lower the difficulty of a dexterity roll to as low as 1. Okay, so I reckon let's call kind of leaping over it a difficulty 2 action, since you've got the mega strength to be able to easily leap things. Which your mega dex reduces to 1. So you just need to devote 1 success to getting over it.
Yep.
And then this can be used to pummel this dude.
And I will max out. So I achieve my
Whoa.
thingy.
Wow, you're just going all out right now, aren't you?
Yep. So what are the
Nice.
rules for that then?
Okay. I feel like the rules for that were in a slightly different part of the book. Hmm. Maxing out. Do we reckon it's in the quantum powers bit? I don't think it is. It is not. I knew we should have looked at that before.
No, it's fine. We can find it. We can find it. Not there. Not there. There's flux and transcendence.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at too. But where are you? Far out. Okay, I'm looking at the index.
Yeah, when all else fails.
Yeah, that is what we're reduced to now.
You failed as nerds.
Maxing out. Okay. Pages 89 to 90, 94, 80, 181. Let's try one of those.
I'll take
Oh, it's under
181.
flux. There you go.
Oh,
Ah. Okay. So what page was that?
89.
89. Whew. Easy.
who'd have thought this would be so much reading?
I know, right? I know. I feel like I've read these books a lot as well, and I still just don't, can't keep it all in my head. Okay, so, okay, so maxing out. Oh, okay, so it didn't even have like a big heading for maxing out. Okay, so. Oh, no, maxing out is on page 181. It's still not a very big heading, but I'm looking at it now. To max out, take a point of flux and spend quantum points to assemble a pool of dice, 1 point per die, up to a maximum number equal to your quantum rating.
Okay. Well, 3 dice it is.
Okay. And I assume you can spend momentum on that if you really want to.
Interesting question.
But also, right after we spent all this time looking that up, I think maxing out lasts for 1 turn, right?
Yeah. It's very brief.
And I guess that you can max out multiple times, I assume.
Yes.
If you want to. Cool. Just saying, this might not be the extent of the dramatic situations you find yourself in during this game.
Which is fine.
I have no problem with you maxing out every damn turn. So
we can't raise anything fun without maxing out first. So
true. Good point. Okay. So take it away.
So I spend 1 quantum point per dice up to my quantum rating. So it's 3 dice, which is 3 quantum.
Okay.
And does that add to my pool, or do I roll it separately?
No, you roll that separately and then use those successes to
boost it. Yep.
Yeah, to do things.
1 success. Okay, I'm boosting my mega dexterity so I can do a better rapid strike on this guy.
Ooh, awesome. Okay. that sounds good to me. Cool. So that just adds 1 to your mega dexterity.
Yeah.
For this turn. Okay. Take it away. I guess if you want to attack him, that is dex and close combat. Make sure you spend 1 success to get over.
Yep.
The truck.
God damn it. Well, that's 5 successes.
Okay. So
that's a disarm and shoving him down. So take off 1 is 4 successes.
So did you roll already? Is that what that last roll was?
That's what that last roll was.
That last roll was for the maxing out.
No. So I got 1 success for the maxing out.
Yeah.
And now I've just rolled again for my actual...
that's weird. That only just appeared for me then. I was looking at it. You didn't roll, Nick. Okay, cool. That's much better.
So, yeah. Total of 5 successes there, because the Mega Dex was adding to those successes.
Yes.
Take off 1 for the complex action.
Yep.
He's 4. So that's 4 going into disarming him and shoving him down.
Okay, so that is 3 successes spent. You've still got 1 more, right?
Yep. If that's enough to do him an injury, I will do him an injury.
Awesome. You sure can. So what do you do after you sort of, leap over, roll up, grab his gun?
Yep. Well, since I'm coming up anyway, grabbing it out of his arm, wrenching his arm up, I'm tossing him from his arm over my shoulders onto the ground. So I'm sort of wrenching his shoulder out of its socket.
Jeez. Wow. Smashed.
Was this the pistol or the rifle?
That was a pistol.
Okay, yep.
Nicely done. Okay. It is Agent Faint's turn. You have just been shot at a lot, which has done absolutely nothing to you.
Feeling pretty good about myself, I think.
I reckon.
Can I get to them this round?
Yes. So you've moved closer to them, so you are at short range now. So you can use like free movement to get all the way up into close combat range now if you want.
Oh yeah, let's get in their face. Yep.
Okay.
That's it. I don't want Comet to outdo me.
So there are four people here. They're kind of crowding around 2 vehicles now, really. I would say probably even 2 of them are kind of more huddled behind it, so they're kind of less in your range, but you can still easily make it to them, while 1 is kind of more out in the open with a shotgun, and another one is sort of closer to the bonnet of the car that they're behind, with a rifle sort of in your direction. I guess how do you want to smash them, and would you like to target all 4 of them and kind of split your actions up? Or I
want to do a super cool bonnet slide into the guy with the rifle.
Ooh, that's cool.
I'm just gonna focus on just smoothly sliding foot first, nice sort of forward kick into this guy's chest. Enough energy there to just really put him down.
That's
just
cool.
want to do one really well.
I think you could probably do that pretty successfully. Roll it away, I reckon.
All right, let's do that. So
that would be close combat, and if you would prefer might or dexterity, either of those work pretty well for me.
I think I'm trying for dex more than just brute force. I don't want to kill him. I do just want to get through the bonnet slide, because I've seen bloopers from movies and I'm sure they can go bad. So
also, you're denser than steel right now. You could just slide through the bonnet into the...
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's
No,
true.
no,
I
no,
feel like I
no.
can hear like a huge screeching as you're kind of like
Your rock
scraping
hard
on
glutes
that
just.
bonnet, and the car's all the way down. The suspension is ruined. Awesome.
I'm trying to be graceful and, and firm.
Oh, you're definitely firm.
And flagging too. She's probably going to get a lot of successes right now because of the fact she's on Megamite 3. So
Yeah.
you might want to spread that among multiple people, because there's a point at which you can't punch anyone anymore. Like he's already dead.
Okay, so I'm terrified I won't get through that graceful slide over the bonnet, like into the guy. But fingers crossed Megamite comes through for me. Sure, I'll be over the other side, aiming for the over the other side of the car where the other two guys are. And I will just, okay, so look, I may as well. Let's go all out. No holds. I'll go for it. Yeah, I think I'll just have to steamroll them.
Well, I guess, yeah, let's just see how the roll goes. You might roll super well and go, oh, well, it looks like I just couldn't not take all 4 of them out. So
That's right. That's very right. Okay, so
okay. So close combat
6
and
dice.
with +4 enhancement for your mega might. Whoa,
1 success.
okay. Not quite as awesome as it could have been, but it's still good. So that is
Again,
5.
I'm trying to like set minimum expectations here.
So that is 5 successes all up. And each of these people have 2 defense. So it'll cost 2 successes to hit each of them. And any ones that you want to do damage to, you need to spend a success to damage them through their armor. So it's up to you how you want to split that up. If you want to, with 5 successes, you can damage one guy once and then have 2 successes left over to do more to him. So like knock down or disarm or something like that if you want to.
Yeah, I think back to the original plan. Let's
Yep.
just
Just
take
smash
this
it.
guy out. Yeah, so I run at the bonnet, slide up, foot first, into a kick into this guy. So I guess, yeah, do some damage.
Yep.
I'm just bringing up my combat rules.
I feel like that's a kick that's going to be like a steel girder swinging into someone's face.
Pretty much. Yeah, sounds like shove probably works really well. For every 1 success you spend after beating the difficulty, you may push your opponent back a number of meters equal to your might.
Oh, look, we should do that.
That works pretty well.
I think that works pretty well. That's not I don't think we're in knockdown territory. I think we're definitely in throw them back many meters sort of territory. Yeah.
Yep. I reckon that's cool. So yeah, you go leaping and sliding over the bonnet of this car, and yep, I think there's definitely a screech as the car kind of slams onto its wheels with a and then your rock hard foot slams into this guy like a piston and sends him falling and literally rolling like meters away.
Fantastic.
Super cool.
Oh, look.
He definitely, I think, won't have an action this turn, so there will be a minus from the other people who are going to be shooting in your direction now. But I think you did do damage to that guy in your.
I did. Yeah. So
and also Nick did, I think, right? So
yes, 1 point of damage to that guy.
Okay, so you've got, I think, just 3 people who are shooting at Tash, and I think that is actually all that's left of these guys right this second.
Well, we'll take
That was
care of
quick.
them.
Okay, well, let's see how they go. One success. So that is a total of 4 successes on you, because they've still got, oh no, sorry, of 3 successes because they've got 3 people shooting at you. Can you roll your defense as well if you would like to dodge away from them?
Yes.
So just whichever
Just Nick.
resistance attribute sort of makes most sense.
Wait a minute, this is for me or Nick?
For you, Tash.
Me. Yes.
Just let them bounce off your pecs. Go on.
That's it. Look, I'm in resolve at the moment. I'm just like, let's do this. Let's take it.
No, I think that works super well.
Yep. Let's, earn that paycheck. 3 successes.
Okay, with plus
my
4.
toughness. So yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, that I would say that's probably that was a rifle guy that you took out. So there are pistols, just bullets bouncing off you without you even really noticing at all. And then there's the guy that is kind of furthest away. He's kind of out of cover. He clocks his shotgun and fires it at you at like extremely close range. And you feel
with a
it.
deer slug, I bet.
Yeah. But his eyes go wide as he sees that it does literally nothing to you. And you can tell he looks freaked out and kind of, petrified.
It's fantastic.
But
I'm kind of getting this feeling of, this must be what PAX feels like.
Yep, I reckon so.
It must be, yeah.
But that is not back to the player's turn just yet, because there is another element on the scene who didn't have a turn.
An elephant?
Yes, there is an elephant.
Is our audio going again?
Yeah, psychic elephant. So you're all really busy, obviously, kind of, getting shot at, beating the hell out of people. And there's shouting and gunshots and all the rest. And so you could be forgiven for not noticing the approaching sound right away. But it gets louder and louder. It's a rumbling like a jet engine. And it gets closer and closer, and then you see just general kind of detritus and kind of, weapons that have been dropped to the ground start shaking. And then you see a streak further down the street, blocks away, and coming closer and closer. And before you really register what's happening, a figure approaches, and then it's super close, and then it is streaking past you and slamming into the SWAT van, and then the SWAT van flips up into the air in an explosion. So it's not just being pushed, but there's a blast as this figure hits it, and it flips, and it does a few flips, and it lands hard, and the police that were kind of hovering around it are thrown into chaos as people leap, people run away, people are perhaps thrown by the blast and injured, and then that figure basically runs past you, slams this thing, and then runs down that street almost faster than you can track. And now it's back to the player's turn as chaos reigns in the street, obviously.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Comet is like in my line, like, you know, I can see Comet, right? We can like meet eyes.
Yes, definitely.
And I kind of look at him and go, did you see that? Like, not so jovially, more seriously. Like I'm not that delighted to see the SWAT car go flying.
No.
No.
And there's a yelling from somewhere in that chaos as an injured the fireman, Randall Fireman Portman, kind of holding his side, comes limping, shuffling in your direction, saying, "We've got about 30 seconds until he's back. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" He's definitely injured. He's kind of bleeding from a rip in his red and gold U-fiber costume.
Well, I think we've got Tank Girl, who's on mute.
Yeah, who's on mute. I kind of move. I don't know where this thing's going to come from again, but I kind of assume it'll turn around and come back from the direction it just went. So I'm going to try to place myself between where I think that might be and the injured fireman, because I'm like, let's just make a bit of a buffer while we work out what we're going to do.
I'm going to grab Randall. So that as soon as we've got a bead on where this thing is coming from, I'm going to fly up.
Mm-hmm.
So the fireman's safely out of reach.
Okay, cool. And there are still these three gunmen still as well.
Okay, I
what
should probably take care of them first, to be honest. Fuck.
I'm happy for either of those things. You could probably still take another action before this person comes back. Like they had a turn when they weren't here, and then they were here. Probably a good chance that you've got another sort of little while before he's back.
Well, about 30 seconds, right?
Probably.
Well, that's certainly long enough to go and disarm these three mooks.
It'll take me no time.
So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to get Fireman to tell me everything he knows. Like, what are we dealing with?
Okay. Let's fight these mooks first. I'm sure it won't take very long. Although the guy with the shotgun is definitely going for a runner now. He's not even going to be trying to shoot you. He's just sprinting. How do you want to take these guys out, if that's what you're going to do, Comet?
Well, I think the good plan is to land amongst them and rapid strike everyone.
Jeez.
That seems to be a winner tonight.
I think it's working pretty well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, take it away.
Just thinking.
Are you thinking of whether you want to max out again?
Yeah, because this time I could max out Mega Might. So I'm doing more damage when I'm grabbing their weapons and throwing them down.
True.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. There you go.
You can, I think that maxing out, you can max out multiple things at once, I'm pretty sure. Just spend the successes on whatever you want.
Well,
I mean, depending how well you roll.
The thing is, there's no point maxing out dexterity again because, like, okay, you get the benefits of doing the maxing out, but in terms of things you can spend XP on, it's better to spread it
Well,
around.
that's true.
Okay, so I'm just going to do Megamite. I will roll for that.
Okay, so how much quantum are you going to spend?
3.
3. Okay, nice.
And got 3 successes.
Oh.
Nice. I'm going to hit like a dump truck.
Jeez, that's great. So, what are you spending them on? All on Mega Strength?
Yes.
Although, actually, I think.
Oh, yes, I'm going to do
maximum of your
2 on
quantum,
Megamite.
right? Yeah.
Yep. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's still going to hit like a truck.
True. Is there something else that you want to spend one on? So, other things that you can max out with. Add 1 point in a power tag to one of the Nova's quantum powers.
Oh, yeah.
Or remove a negative one. Or if there's a mega edge that you want to be using too.
Yep.
So many great things. Yeah, this might be something that you might want to do too, Tash. It's a good way to be extremely badass for a turn.
Max out. Well, I think that might be coming, right?
I think it could be.
I'm thinking maybe.
Yeah, righto. So I'm going to land amongst these mooks and thunderclap them.
Whoa! Sweet. Okay, awesome. I don't know what the rules for Thunderclap are, but I'm sure they're really good.
Well, it's much like what I was doing with Rapid Strike, except it's...
Yeah.
If I combine the two, I'm doing a round of applause for myself and knocking them all down.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. That is pretty good.
All right.
Okay, so Thunderclap. Okay. Or is... Yeah, Thunderclap. Yeah, Thunderclap. Gotcha. Okay, so... roll close combat and Mega Might to attack all targets within close range, spending successes on the following stunts so you can deafen, knock down, shove, and stun them. That looks pretty good to me.
2.
2 successes.
But there's a lot of enhancement going on that.
Yes, an enhancement of 6, is
Yep.
that?
Yep.
Jeez. Okay, so 8 successes. What do you wish to do with these successes, Nick?
Disarm them and send them flying, sprawling, more like. And they will be stunned, I'm sure.
And so those successes apply to all targets, so you don't have to like split it up amongst them all.
Yeah. So 2 for stunned, so they're stunned.
Yep.
And that will wear off in, well, currently 6 rounds.
Nice.
They're going to be knocked down, so that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be shoved.
Jeez.
So I could, in fact... I'll spend 1 on deafened, so they're all taking a +2 difficulty to hear anything.
Nice. Jeez.
But that leaves me 4 successes to throw them back 6 meters per 6, so 24 meters.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So that's pretty cool. You leap over to them, in between the 2 people kind of still near the car and the one guy that is trying to run away, and I guess you just slam your hands together in a massive kind of shockwave of air that sends them ragdolling into nearby walls and vehicles, and they are well and truly knocked the hell out for quite some time, and also deaf. And I don't think you have to worry about them. You easily did that in the 30 seconds as well.
Sweet.
So, my goodness, that's like 3 seconds. While you're doing that, Agent Faint, you are speaking with Fireman. What are you wanting to know from him? So, like, what are you asking, or what would you want him to say? Oh, you're on mute again. Sorry.
Sorry, I've got a dog barking in the background. He seemed to know that there'd be 30 seconds before we had to before he came back.
Yeah.
So he seems to know a lot more than what I do. What do you know? Like, how do we get the upper hand on this guy?
Okay. He tells you in sort of, kind of not slurred, but that, like he's definitely injured and probably in shock. And he explains that that he came out of nowhere when they were trying to intercept these this suspected smuggling operation. Um, uh, he said, I think it's Zulu Tango, a name that you recognize from kind of the media, or maybe, reports of some kind. If you want to roll culture and perhaps intellect, see what you know of that name.
Okay, let's do that. Um, so with that as well, like I'm just noticing how badly damaged he is.
Yeah.
Do I have time to roll any medicine, or should we just
Ooh.
get him evacuated? I think at
Um,
this point, like,
460.
he needs to be evacuated.
Yeah, yeah. Good question. I suppose with a good enough roll, you could probably do that in a turn. Um, if you want to, it means you probably won't really get any more info from him, though.
Information.
So
Let's
kind of
focus on
toss up.
info. Yep.
Yeah,
I got 4 successes, so I rolled really well on
yeah.
that.
You have heard that name as an elite who has not worked through De Vries, the the kind of the standard kind of the top dog in the elite Nova mercenary business, but he has mainly worked for kind of more obviously criminal operations. So he's kind of um, been potentially linked to kind of um, kind of uh, inter criminal organization kind of wars where like a hit on like a rival family has led to a building being essentially dive by bombed by this super fast nova who from reports, the reports aren't super well verified, but apparently he runs in extremely fast, things explode, and then he runs away really really fast, um, and no one knows his ID. Obviously, he wears a mask and he wants to keep it that way. But he is known for being extremely kind of precise and professional, but not caring at all about collateral damage. As long as he does his job and gets paid afterwards, he doesn't care who he takes out, or who pays him. Bad news, yeah, grey suit with kind of like a featureless mask and goggles. Um, but most of the time that he's caught on camera, it's as a blur because he's damn fast. Um, and so Fireman can only really tell you that yeah, that he hit out of nowhere. Um, he didn't know whether it was an ambush or whether he was just on standby to protect the Camporelli family's business interests. Um, and he was just ready to come as soon as we showed our faces, but he's he dive bombed once, and then he guesses he probably circumnavigated the city and then swung back around and hit again, and the fireman is obviously worried about when he comes back, and so that's why he put the distress call out for support, and what really strikes you is that he says, is Pax here yet? Pax was the one that I asked for first. And he's not, obviously.
He's not here. Is Comet done with his guys?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
And
so
the sound is growing again as well.
Yeah, Comet, can we get a medevac?
Yes, we can.
You can definitely put another call through if you want to try to get back in contact with Slider, perhaps, or...
Maybe it's better if Comet just ducks out for a moment.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I can take Randall to get medical attention.
Yep, I'm fine with either of those options. That would mean kind of leaving the scene now.
Yeah. If that's what Agent Faint wants me to do, like...
Well, I'll stay here and keep him occupied, right? You might have to come back for me.
All right, well, in that case, I will take Mr. Portman to wherever the nearest medical personnel are.
Yeah.
Don't know if we actually arrived with any, or we've got to go to a hospital or something. I don't know.
I would say probably the nearest hospital is probably completely fine.
Okay.
So, like, we can probably just kind of make that into a roll to see kind of how fast you can get him there and back. Like how many, I suppose, turns Faint might have to survive while you're gone. So
It's very brave, Agent Faint.
Well, she's pretty tough.
I'll
as well.
put flowers at your grave. I mean,
I love it.
I figured it if I at least soften him up before Comet gets back. Then Comet can come and do the heroic finishing off.
Wow. Okay, let's...
Are you happy to do that, Comet? Like, is that something Comet wants to do, or does Comet want to call Slider?
well, I don't mind taking Portman back. Like, I don't want Portman to die, and he's already pretty badly injured. So, you know, I do move pretty fast myself.
True.
I don't think I'll be that long.
You can always max it out again in 2 if you want.
And, you know, I might just do that.
So just putting that out there, you don't get like multiple XP for doing the same aspiration over and over, right?
No, that's fine. But at least I've got options of what I can buy the XP
with. I'm rolling in it. Okay, well, let's...
There's my max out, by the way. 0 successes. What a lame chump. Oh, well.
Damn. That's all right. It's still good.
It's still not maxing out, doesn't it? It still counts.
What, for the XP?
Well, in terms of I have maxed out a power, I just didn't actually max it out. Like, I got no benefit from it.
Yeah, no, I guess so. Yeah, like, I guess so. Or I guess if you want to risk that last point of momentum.
No, it's fine.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we... what's the best way to work out mechanics-wise how fast you do it? What about if...
Well, I mean, I fly at about 120 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So the real trick would be knowing where there is a hospital.
Yeah, true.
Which is maybe cunning plus something.
Yeah. Ooh, like...
You could probably dump him on an ambulance if you were lucky to find that. Like, if there's a SWAT car, there might be an ambulance nearby, you know?
Maybe culture. Culture plus cunning.
Yeah, or medicine would work as well, but I don't think you've got any medicine, so like I think that works.
Alrighty. And if I botch it, we're just flying around lost looking for an ambulance.
Oh God!
Well, Agent Faint.
I missed my turn.
No, there we go.
Look, I know we're splitting the party again, but
Yeah,
we'll
pretty
be
much.
fine.
So, like, I was thinking maybe it would take 5 turns minus your successes.
Okay.
So
4
I
turns there,
reckon-
4 turns back.
Oh, yeah, that works. I kind of thought 4 turns all up, but
I mean, I have to do that too, but
that is very
the
fast.
further away I am from danger, the better. I mean, that's not very brave.
Yeah, no, I think 4 turns there, 4 turns back. So let's I guess start a countdown.
How much damage could he do in 4 turns?
Yeah, let's see. So 8 turns all up to survive Agent Faint. What are you going to do now? He'll be here definitely next turn, so
Yep.
you've got time. There's still police that are like, some of them are up and running, some are trying to help their compatriots, some are injured and sort of maybe not doing so well.
Yeah, so I give them instructions to evacuate the area.
Yep. Yep, that sounds fair.
There's going to be nothing they can do against this guy, I don't think.
Yep, so there's people kind of yelling, "Yes, ma'am," and trying to pick up one of her fellow officers and trying to flee the scene essentially.
Yep.
So I think it's probably about time that Zulu Tango comes. I guess roll initiative now if it's one-on-one.
Well, so with the maxing out, what how does that work? Do I need to do it before initiative, and how long does it last, or is it just part of my action?
Yeah, it's part of the action, so it's just a reflexive action. So like talking or moving, and so you can do that as part of your action. So I guess if it's something that would influence your initiative, then I guess that would be good to do it right away. But if not, then we can just do it sort of when you're doing whatever it is that you're doing.
When I'm presented with the challenge at hand.
So
it is it's the lowest of Dex and they're the same, so
yes, that's
right.
Okay,
cool. Yep. So for me, so there we go. I remember how many I need now. There we go. 1 success.
Okay, and let me roll for ZT. Also 1 success, but he does go first because he's got a larger dice pool. So he is playing it simple. He the ground shakes as he is approaching. So rumbling, growing sound, getting louder and louder. He is running straight, and then there's a point where you can tell that he sort of locks on you as the obvious target, and then he readjusts slightly and comes directly in your direction, trying to run straight at you.
I'm so ready for this. Bring it on, guy.
Plant those feet.
Would you like to roll for your defense?
Yes, I
before
would
he
love
attacks?
to do that.
Good idea.
um, so defense again. That was God.
your attribute.
Yep. So I was rolling resolve.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep.
And yes, just that with an enhancement for
Toughness.
your toughness, although that depends on what his mega might is. So let me just pull that up.
He's got his own mega might.
He does. Where is he? Nearly there.
You're right. I'm gonna hit that roll and see how we go. Oh dear.
He has mega might of 3, so neither of you have enhancement against each other, which is interesting to note.
I can't catch him, but I can survive an impact as long as it's survivable.
Oh, wait, bugger. I was looking at his mega stamina. He has mega might of 4. So he gets
you
plus
got my
2.
hopes up
That's not that
there.
bad. It's still good. It's still good.
Now I've got that song in my head.
Which song?
Boom!
Oh.
Shake, shake, shake the room.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
Yep. That is 6 successes all up. Okay. His area effect doesn't do any extra damage to you, though. It just means that it blasts other people in the vicinity. Okay. Interesting. Let me just see. So your defense, if you want that to increase your defense by 1, that makes your defense 2. I feel like
this first one, I want to survive, feel it out, and then like when he comes back around, I might start to think a bit more about strategy.
Cool. That's fair. That's fair. So, I'm going to have to spend some successes for him now, huh? He is definitely going to spend. Is it 1 success to damage you? You've got soft armor 1, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then my toughness gives me hard, my mega toughness.
Yeah, it gives you one hard armor, and I think your armor gives you one hard armor.
Your
too.
fiber gives you 1.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that lets you actually soak quite a lot of damage right now.
Yeah, so my U5 has got 1 soft armor, 1 hard armor, and I've got 1 hard armor.
No, you've got another soft armor from your toughness, so that's 2 soft armor total.
Cool, so 2. Jeez, wow. Well, that is really good because that stops him from giving you a critical as well as just damaging. So that's really good. He does do 1 damage to you with the inflict damage, and he's got 2 successes left. He is going to I guess you don't actually have any weapons on you to disarm right now.
No,
so,
do your worst. Just do your worst.
Well, that's only 2 successes, so it's not that bad. He is going to wait, that's kind of mean. No, I don't have enough successes for that now. Damn it. Damn that 1 more soft armor.
The meaner you are, the better, I think.
Well, if I had 1 more success, I would have destroyed your communications equipment. So then you'd actually be completely alone, which would have been great. Oh no, actually, I will do that.
I'll lose that little voice in my head going, just stick with it. Yeah.
Yeah, nearly there, nearly there.
Should I point out maybe this guy's got tags on his power that might lower things like the critical stunt and
Oh, that's true. I didn't give him tags, but yeah, that's a really good point. There are so many things to keep track of in this. Let me see.
So many ways in which you can be cruel and unusual.
Yes, Harry Cash. I should have thought more about how I could be cruel and unusual. Nearly there. Tags. Okay. I think I know which kind of tags I'm looking for. So definitely has area, and I think brutal is the one. So that makes critical one less. No, damaging is not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for. Jeez, yeah. No, there are some really, really, really nasty ones. Okay, yep. I will go. Destructive 2. It reduces the target's worn armor rating by 2.
ooh.
Yeah, it is. That's really nasty. But I like that. I will go with that. But it's evened up by the fact that he needs to charge up when he does it. So that gives me 4 successes as well as damaging you 1. So yeah. So take the 1 damage to your armor, your hard armor 1. And then he's going to knock you down, obviously, and destroy your telco equipment. So your headset or whatever, earpiece, whatever it is that you've got. I don't know. I don't actually know what you guys kind of look like all suited up. We should establish that at some point. But right now, you are slammed by a figure running at, damn near the speed of sound. And then there's a huge explosion, light and heat, and you are tumbling end over end and landing hard on basically torn up asphalt for where he's been kind of running through it. And you don't hear anything as you realize that your soundpiece is hanging half off your ear, and it breaks at with a touch. And you feel like you were just hit by a train.
I rip the earpiece out, just like any dangly bit. I just pull it all and chuck it. That's just a distraction. Okay, so it's my turn. He's already gone, right?
He's pretty much gone.
So it doesn't matter that I can't go first.
Pretty much. Unless there's a way that you can sort of, try to work around that or justify keeping up or something.
Well, can I save my action and just wait for him to come around again and...
Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps.
Is that a thing? I know this isn't D&D.
I don't know. I feel like maybe even each time that he comes around, it might actually be another essentially initiative roll to see whether you can get the jump on him that turn. Since essentially, I think he's kind of disengaging each time.
Okay,
so you
brilliant.
Kind of have a chance. Or
what are we doing? What's the damage assessment?
Kind of leap out at him, or
yep.
So
there's no way I'm gonna leap at this guy. I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep taking it until something good happens.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
There's not much more I can do. Can I? So injury assessment from last round. Have I got from that last turn? Have I got any I must have taken injuries.
Yes. Yeah. So
Yes.
you've taken one. Well, it's up to you actually whether you want to take a bruised or an injured. I assume you probably would prefer. Oh no. Or actually, you can take your free hard armor injury.
Look,
So,
let's take my hard armor injury. Let's
or one of your
negate
two.
what I can.
Nice. Yeah, and that's good because that doesn't give you any minuses either. So,
Okay, brilliant.
so
Because I'm probably going to have to take a few next time around.
Possibly.
Okay, so I don't get my soft armor anymore, do I? Either.
Not up against this guy. No.
No, so no more soft armor. Next time he comes at me, all I've got is my defense, and that's it.
You want to up your toughness.
Yeah. Yep.
Keep overclocking your toughness.
So can I overclock my toughness and have it that overclocked, that maxed out toughness ready for when he?
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Yeah, definitely. So your
How do I do that?
That would be to spend quantum up to your quantum rating, which is 3.
Yep.
And then that lets you roll that many dice, and then you can spend those successes to increase basically your quantum powers.
Okay.
So you can increase your density power by more if you want, or directly increase your toughness and
toughness would be what you want.
Yeah. Whatever you do with the successes.
To get the durability.
Well, increasing my density power.
Yeah.
Increases my toughness and might at the same time.
Yes.
So
true.
That's probably the smart thing to go with if I get lucky and I can.
The only
so
thing.
I roll now, or
well, yeah. Just
wait.
One sec though. The one thing to be aware of is that your density power now is 3, and your quantum is 3, and so does density have a maximum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Density max is quantum.
So yeah, so you'll need to max your quantum as well. So spending 1 point. Where is it? Oh, so you can spend successes to raise your quantum trait as well for that turn. So you'll need to spend 1 success to raise your quantum, and then 1 to raise your power, since your quantum is the minimum rating.
Okay.
Yeah, since you need a quantum minimum to the level of that power, if that makes sense.
It doesn't, but I trust you.
Well, basically, like someone with only quantum 1, who's like an extremely kind of weak nova, can't have density 5. They need to have quantum 5 if they want to have density 5. So
okay, fantastic. Yeah.
So just essentially, I think you just want to roll a lot of successes.
Out of the 3 dice, so I roll 3 dice for 3 quantum.
Yeah. You can spend that momentum if you want to as well.
Do it.
Ooh, how
spend
many
the momentum.
do we have?
It's only 1 left.
Do it.
Oh, there's 1. Well, let's do that then. So I can up that by 1 dice.
Yep.
Yep. Let's
and then roll 4 successes. No pressure.
a lot's hanging off this one, isn't it? 3 successes.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all.
Yep.
So that lets you up your. Where are we? Or actually, if you wanted to not just increase your density, but just increase your toughness. Does
I could just put 3 into toughness?
Actually, the thing might be because she's getting toughness from density. So
this isn't something I normally possess of my own.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think that maxing out lets you get any power, though, doesn't it? Like it lets you get a dot in a power that you don't have.
Yeah, but she'd get toughness 1 versus she's already got toughness 3.
Oh, I just assumed that they.
And to get the toughness 3 up to toughness 4, she needs to put density up to 4, which involves So don't know, but there might be a better option. in that that third success can go on a different tag, maybe, or a different edge.
Like my U-fiber armor.
Not the armor,
Might
but
go on badly. But yeah, that's true. Different.
so put your quantum up one, put your density up one.
Yep.
And then.
And then we'll just have a look here.
Power tags.
Could I increase my resolve?
Yep.
Can you?
Yep. Because that would just be putting it, getting a mega resolve.
Ah, yeah, true.
Yep. That way I've got, so I could add that to my defense roll.
Okay.
That works.
Yep. That works for me.
Awesome.
So one more to your resolve, and your density is up to 4, which is good because that takes away his +2 on his roll against you, which is, I'm sure, very helpful. So, now why don't we roll initiative for you two again?
Yes, I would like to be in a standing position as well.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Sort of braced.
Yep. You
Yep.
can definitely use your turn that
While I'm like
you're preparing
gathering all of this energy up, I am, standing, composing myself, ready to get bashed again.
for. Okay, I'm rolling for his initiative now. 2 successes.
Come on, there's not a lot I can do to beat that.
Oh, geez, 4
Is
successes.
that right? I was only meant to roll 3 dice.
Yeah,
Yes.
10s re-roll. So if you roll a 10, you get a second roll. Yeah, damn, that's a bloody good roll. 4 successes on 3 dice. That's really quite impressive. So you get to go first. You
Oh my goodness.
That's actually really cool. I'm really pumped that happened. I was a little bit worried that, just because those rolls, I don't know, initiative rolls never go very well. But that's awesome. So you're ready for him. What are you gonna do? He's he's coming back from the direction that he first came from. And yeah, once again, the ground starts shaking. Car sirens start going off. All the windows in the nearby buildings start vibrating. You can see him coming.
I can see him coming. I am going to kind of squat down in this football player pose, ready to wrap my arms around him, probably at the lower abdomen or legs. I don't know how tall this guy is. He was just thing. And I'm going to just use his own momentum against him. I'm going to try to use his own momentum just to lift him up, and try to maybe like get him to go over me and then back into the ground behind me. I don't know.
That's very cool. That's super cool. Okay. I reckon, roll it. So that would be close combat. I guess it sounds like might, really.
I'm not going for any prettiness at the moment. I just want to take him out. Yeah. 7 dice. Oh,
Aw. Oh,
that
man.
was so anticlimactic.
Well, you've
Oh.
got Megamite 4 at the moment,
I do.
so
yes.
there's 8 extra successes.
Except he has Mega Stamina, but Mega Stamina only 2. So,
But is that coming into effect when she's just trying to pick him up?
oh.
Does he have Mega Weight?
No, he doesn't have Mega Weight. Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. I guess that's true. So how many extra successes was that? 8?
Yeah.
Like assuming that he's scale 1. Jeez. Okay. Well, he does have pretty high defense. Let me just pull that up again.
So my my density means I should be treated as a scale 2, I think. It's like my scale should be
4.
half of the scale. Oh, 4.
4
Okay, cool.
weight.
Awesome.
Right. So you weigh as much as something that is size scale 2.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Like a
Like
car.
A semi-trailer.
I'm saying words.
A semi-trailer.
but-
Jeez. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, defense 4 he's got. But you still have 6 successes. So what do you wish to do with this pile of successes? I think you're on mute.
What could I possibly want to do with 6 successes?
Just get his feet off the ground so he can't run anywhere.
That's pretty cool.
Well, look, let's have a look. What amazing fun things can I do? Yeah, I think I definitely want to. I really want to hurt him. I want to do as much damage as I possibly can to him. Which I can only do 1, can't I? Yeah.
Well, he does actually have armor. So he's got soft armor 2. So that will cost 2.
But
so
I'm
that you can
thirsty,
damage
and you
him.
were
But if
sitting
you've
there not
got
getting me milk.
successes left over after that, you can use the critical to do a second block of damage to him if you want to. But I
Okay.
suppose there's other possible things too, like knock down or grapple or something like that, perhaps.
Ooh, I really should grapple.
Possibly.
I think I really should try to initiate a grapple. Let's do that. Okay, so that's my attack actions. Here we are.
So 6 successes to grapple, I guess. Did we establish last time, I think, just 1 success to actually grapple them and be in control?
Okay, well the kettle's
you
boiling,
force your
babe.
opponent
Into a grapple.
It's got variable successes.
Yeah. And so when you're in a grapple, you need to you and the person that's grappling you or being grappled can only do grappling actions, which would be roll to escape or to take control of the grapple each turn. And I think, so,
okay.
Yeah. So basically, like I think if you spend all the successes that you want and then spend 1 on making it a grapple, then that means that you and he can only in future turns only do actions that are trying to control this grapple.
Let's
Or-
do that. Let's
get
just
it.
buy some time.
Yeah, that sounds fair, I think. Okay, so, and do you want to do other things with those other successes then? Your other, like, however many was it? 6, was it? Did we say?
Oh, so
So your other 5.
okay. So I'm just trying to understand what's happening with the order of this combat. So I've have I had an opportunity to inflict damage?
If you would like to, yes. So
Yep.
you can spend 2 successes on that to give him 1 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to make him think twice about what he's doing.
And then 1 success to grapple.
Yep.
And what else might you like to do with your other 3 successes, I think, was it?
So that's, yeah, so we had 6. So 2. Can we like just having a look at the particular options?
You could sunder even, like actually wreck his armor, maybe, like if that would work in kind of the fiction of it, if you're like, you know, tearing like, you know, some of his kind of, you know, gray U fiber sort of, you know, padded, probably also got like, you know, like you know, shoulder pads sort of kind of armor platey stuff almost, even like you could be like some of that tears off if you are kind of throwing him to the ground too or something, or knocked down as well. Is always easy.
Tie his
Yeah,
shoelaces
no,
together.
let's.
Sorry, Nick?
Tie his shoelaces together.
Yeah, well, I don't have super speed.
Ah.
Look, let's get this thing done. Let's yeah, so just with the momentum of him, I think let's just I'm grabbing him and throwing both of us to the ground, I guess, with him, you know,
Yeah.
underneath and softening my fall.
Nice.
And yeah, so just trying to like I'm gonna try to sunder, I guess. So I don't know, the friction of him hitting the ground, just sort of taking out
Yeah,
part of his armor.
yeah, that works well, I reckon, because you know he's kind of running super fast, and then you're slamming him down. He's
Let's do physics. Let's let some physics be in this.
sweet. So yeah, so like a large chunk of his kind of like, you know, Kevlar U fiber thick kind of bulky armor comes tearing off as he slams into the asphalt, and you wind up on top of him, um, gripping him tight, as he's probably like, I don't know if he's kind of face up or face down. It's up to you. You rolled super well to tackle him, so I think you have complete control over how you've got him down right now. But that is the end of that turn. As you, oh wait, he actually can attack though as well, but all that he can do is try to get out of this grapple.
Yep.
And you are now very strong, so
I'm gonna own that for a moment.
totally. So that is he's going to roll close combat or athletics plus appropriate attribute roll. he's going to roll his strength and athletics, and to try to beat your strength plus athletics. So if you want to roll that, he will roll that now and see what we come up with.
So when you say strength, you mean might?
Oh, might, sorry. I always
Right?
said
Yeah,
strength.
I'm just checking. Yeah, yep.
Or you can choose athletics or close combat. That's up to you.
Oh, I'm doing close combat. It's a big difference. Not that that makes any difference at all. No, not one. This seems like the more dice I get roll, the less.
Well, he also rolled one success. So I reckon I'm going to say that means that you win the grapple as, you know, the
Fantastic.
defender. So he kind of writhes under you, two mega strong novas trying to, you know, to maintain control. And yeah, you know, ground shakes, kind of, you know, chunks of asphalt kind of are like holes are dug into it as you're both kind of wrestling on the ground. And there ends another turn. There are 5 turns until Comet comes back. I reckon you just laugh.
I quip. Don't stop tearing up the road, guy. I gotta help repave this later.
He just grunts. He's not very talkative, and he tries to kind of get his feet under him and kind of shove you off. Can we have another contested roll? See whether he can try to get out this time?
Sure can. Oh, oh dear.
Low rolls.
Oh.
What am I doing? No, I just rolled pretty bad.
I normally do that.
What did I do wrong then? Oh, whoops. There we are. Ooh, 3 successes. Okay. He does kind of get one leg under him, and he shoves up and kind of breaks out of your grip. But you do have an action now, so you're both kind of like on the ground, probably like on your knees, as he's kind of shoved you up, and he's on his knees with his back to you. But it's your action now.
Okay. So do I have to roll for something specific? Like, do I have to roll, or like how do I determine what I can do in the action?
The grapple has been broken right now. So if you don't get another hold of him, he will, if he wants to, be able to zoom back off. But
oh, well, I'm going to try and reinitiate that grapple.
Absolutely free to do so if you should wish.
Let's do it.
Yep. Now your Mega Might has dropped back down again, though, unless you want to max it out again, which you also can totally do.
I think you should do it.
I've got this little voice in the back of my head.
And all the quantum.
What would Comet do? He would max it out, wouldn't he?
He would. That guy.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So I get to roll my quantum again?
Yep.
Right. 2 successes.
Okay. So actually, spend 3 quantum once again as well.
Awesome.
And you can spend those 2 successes on if you want, once again, go up by 1 quantum and 1 density once again as well, if you want.
I think that's the way to
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
I won't get my extra resolve.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty reasonable.
Yep.
And then if you want to try to grab him again, take it away. With his 4 defense from before.
Yep. So I kind of try to like grab him around the throat, like
Yeah,
like,
totally.
and get my legs back next to his and just push them out from under him again. So where he's kind of got his leverage up, I'm trying to like push his leverage back down.
Jeez. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Wow. Yeah, knockdown, drag out fight. I like it. Okay. So that would be close combat, and up to you whether you want strength or dexterity.
Oh, let's do might. Let's do it.
Oh, all right. I need to get strength out of my vocabulary. I've played so many games with the strength attribute, so
Yep.
Oh, that's not great.
oh no. Okay. That's although that's still I guess would mega stamina work against that now? What do you reckon, Nick?
Well, it's a grapple, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably mega strength, mega might versus mega might.
Oh, versus mega might, which is both the same. So that's not enough this time, actually. But he so you're both still basically just wrestling with each other. Like you're trying to grab him and he's ducking his head back out and get away.
Can we do a quick check-in on Comet and I'll be right back?
Yeah, definitely. Comet, I reckon it is about that time now that you are racing through the city. Are you going kind of like above the skyline or through the streets, kind of like Spider-Man swinging style?
How tall are the buildings around here?
They it's not that far from, I guess, kind of getting into the CBD. It's kind of on, I don't know the geography of New York all that well, but there's quite a few kind of inlets where the docks are. So probably pretty quickly getting to higher buildings.
Okay, so when I'm going above the normal sort of height building. So let's say I'm above 6 or 7 stories.
Yep.
But I'm not going to be flying above skyscrapers. That's just pointless.
Yep. That makes sense, I reckon. And yeah, just as long as you're not needing to dodge traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Okay, so you're racing through. You are presumably, I suppose, trying to get in contact with Utopia or with Faint, maybe?
With Faint. So after I've dropped off Portman, I will be trying to contact Faint to see, hey, how you going? I'm on my way. And when I'm getting a bit frantic because there's no communication coming back,
dead air,
that's when I start really rushing.
Okay.
Do you have like a TV feed that you can look at?
There's definitely something at the hospital.
Yeah, I'm not hanging around to watch a TV feed.
Ooh, my favorite show.
I love this episode of The Simpsons.
Great.
I will max out my flight again, though, to get some speed.
Awesome. So, do you drop Portman off, in the hospital or just out front, or?
Inside the doors, I think, so that, if there's a huge overwhelming rush of, oh my God, here's a Nova screaming fans,
Yeah.
I can like keep them clear of him so that he can do his checking in to get some medical attention.
Okay. Cool.
And once
Well,
once he's got medical attention coming to him,
yeah.
it'll be, see you big guy, I've got to go help Faint.
Okay. Cool. Well, you're met pretty quickly um, by medical staff who don't seem super surprised by um, your presence there. They start saying things like, um, "We we'd heard there was an incident. It's all over the TV." Um, yeah, and then yeah, kind of helping Portman up and getting him onto a bed or a chair and wheeling him off. And someone in extremely corny way sort of says, um, they thank you for your service, and they're they're yeah, they're treating you like a hero,
Thanks, mate. Got to go.
there's an emergency, and they just want to thank you for all that you're doing, blah blah blah. And then you're like, yeah, no, seriously, gotta go. And you rush back out and I guess leap back into the air as well.
Yes.
Um,
And I'll overcharge flight again so I can hopefully get a bit of extra speed.
Awesome. I think that's a great idea. Why don't you roll for that and spend some quantum? And how's everyone's quantum going too? I haven't really been.
God damn it. Botched it.
Damn it. Failed. Ooh, botched.
That's going to be flux and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, what? Ooh, I have to look up what happens there. Okay, let me just go back. Page 181, I remember it was. A botch means that you just gain an additional point of flux.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I haven't been telling you to take a point of flux each time as well. So Agent Faint should have, I think, 2 points of flux. I think you've maxed out twice.
Oh, yes, I have done twice.
And Comet, I'm not sure how much you should have right now. I think you've maxed out. Was that your third time? 2 successfully, 1 failed, and 1 botched?
If I looked at the right character sheet, I could tell you. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 times.
Okay, so I think that is all up 5 flux.
Yep.
Jeez. Okay, that happened quick. Ooh. Nice. Okay, interesting. So you where are we? So you don't go any faster, sadly. But you someone is raising you on the comms as you're flying, as you're kind of ducking between buildings.
Yep, Comet here.
It's someone from Utopia. It's actually Soren Vu, which is Tilly's contact. Yeah, he's kind of Nova relations coordinator kind of guy. He's frantic. He's trying to work out sort of where you both are and what's going on. He says we can't raise Agent Faint. Do you have a visual on her now? And Portman, I think. And then he stops and says, I think we're just getting a report in that he was dropped off at the hospital. Was that you?
Yes. Do not have visual on Agent Faint. I'm on my way now.
Have you seen Pax as well?
Not recently.
He curses. He goes, shit. Slider's been trying to find him. She was after him before she called on you two. She said she'd surely have him in by now. You're not seeing him?
Well, I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. I'm on my way to Faint.
Okay. Can you keep us updated?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And he signs back off. Let's just head back to Agent Fate.
Meanwhile, I'm having like this
Yep.
totally not epic wrestling match on the ground.
It's pretty epic.
It's very epic.
Strong enough to twist cars in half. So it's pretty epic. It is. I think it's your action right now. Or no, I think it's actually Zulu Tango's action.
Yeah, so last time I acted to try to initiate the grapple and did not go well.
Well, he is just going to try to still on his knees, he's going to try to kick out at you with one leg and then kind of turn that into a leap to start running. So he's going to kind of kick off you and try to go. So he's splitting his action for an attack. And
oh man, if all I do is just keep a hand on him, that's all I'm aiming at trying to do.
It definitely could happen. Let's see what
makes you feel any better. He's feeling faint.
Get out.
Do I need to counter roll or anything?
Yeah, can you roll your defense?
Yes.
Yes. And I don't think there's anything else unless you want to. No, you can't really max out twice in a turn, I assume.
I'm happy to give it a moment.
Oh. Did we? Oh no, where's my roll? Oh wait, I didn't write roll. That would do it. Oh, okay. So you've just got a. What is your durability scale now? That's 4, right? I believe it is. To his. He doesn't get enhancement then, so he only has 3 successes. Ooh, okay, interesting. He is going to. He's not going to use the successes to get his sprint on. He's only going to use them to attack you.
Oh, good.
Well, yeah, that is possibly for the best for you. He is going to defeat your defense of only 1 now, right? And have 2 successes to.
Yep.
To shove you back. I'm going to use both of those successes to push you back. And number of meters equal to your might, which is 8 meters. So he gives you a big kick and is ready to next turn start running now that he's got some space from you.
Okay, so have I got a bruised as well then?
No, he didn't actually.
No, he didn't actually do an injury.
So he just used it to try to get some space. Yeah.
Far out. There's no way I can take that much space on him.
Well, I don't know. And there's 4 turns now, so.
Well, if he just has to come back around, he has to come back around, doesn't he? Maybe. So what's our primary objective here? What are we trying to achieve? I mean, this guy is obviously a pain in the ass, but is he our primary objective, or is there what was Fireman's objective?
It was mainly to intercept this drug smuggling ring into the docks, which has probably been well and truly intercepted.
Yep.
But then that's when this guy came along to to interrupt the interception of the drug smuggling ring. So, yeah, you were specifically called, I suppose, to help when Fireman was in pretty big trouble.
Yep. Okay. So I can't do anything, can I?
Well,
just
it's
gotta
your
let him
turn
go.
now, so you can
Oh, cool.
act, and you can,
Yep.
if you want to, split your action to sprint into close combat range, or if you want to do something else, I suppose, like, you know, you're strong enough to like pick a car up and throw it at him if you want to. So, but yeah, basically, if he is still standing when it's his turn, there's a good chance that he will run. But also, if he runs, is that him escaping, or is that him going for a round 2?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, I am going to. All right, I'm gonna just. I'm eye on the ball. I'm gonna just try to catch up to him and grapple him again.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Dog with a bone.
Okay. So split action. So you'll need to roll the lower of your dexterity and athletics, and your close combat and whatever you think might work, depending
It's
on what your fighting style is.
definitely dex and athletics. My low rolls have been doing well so far, so fingers crossed.
True.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh no.
That like is that like a botch?
Yes.
Yes,
it is.
Giggling
that's a
like it's a botch.
pretty bad botch. Wow. Okay. Well, that's all right. That does give you more momentum. So I think that gives you like 3 momentum, and also you had it. You've both had a few failed rolls actually. So let's go back up to 6 momentum.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah, because there's been a few failed rolls which I forgot to
Fantastic.
yeah. So not too bad. You've got momentum back. If you want to spend some of it on that, I'd be happy to let you do that if you want as well.
Do it.
Ooh. Do it? All right. Can I spend 3?
Yeah, totally.
Yep. So just roll 3 dice again.
Yep.
Oh.
0 again. What? That's nuts.
It's not meant to be.
No, not at all. It's because I've got a really cool plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have
And
you
the
tried
universe
rolling
wants me to
high?
execute it.
Wow.
Oh, the dice just don't want me to.
Yep, I guess, yeah, that is true. So you
Again,
you
how do we
start-
dice jail roll 20?
yeah, pretty much. I can't believe that. My goodness. So you start kind of running for him, like, you know, you dig in and start kind of sprinting at him, but he's already kind of, you know, got that one fluid movement where he kicked you off and started kind of jogging and then speeding up, and then suddenly he's like a rocket screaming off down the street, and then you sort of jog to a halt, I guess, as you're like, yeah, I'm not going to catch up with that.
Yep.
And yeah, glass shatters further down the street as he runs past fast enough to start kind of shattering windows as he goes.
Yep. I'm going to wait for him to come back. I'm just going to wait.
Okay, well, that's another turn down. So there are three more turns until Comet comes.
Yep.
What are you doing while you're waiting for him to come back now? So, like,
How long do I have? Well, I want to kind of keep in a clear area so that there's less collateral damage to people or individuals nearby. Are there any particular individuals that I could, like, is there anything in the immediate vicinity that demands my attention, or otherwise I'm just going to wait for him to come back?
Yeah, there isn't that much really. So yeah, the police have definitely left, and yeah, civilians are miles away. There's just kind of these overturned vehicles.
Did any of the coppers leave a radio?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Pick one of those
Um,
up.
Okay. So yeah, you pick one up. What are you wanting to do with it? Are you wanting to get in touch with anyone in particular? I guess that would be to like.
I guess it'd just be to the police, but yeah, I just say, yeah, hi dispatch, Agent Faint. I'm still on the ground here. It's best to try to keep people away for now. Just trying to keep this guy occupied while my reinforcement gets here.
Yeah, they're trying to stay profesh, but they're definitely kind of worried by this kind of high impact kind of battle going on. And they ask whether you want them to send reinforcements or to cordon the area off.
Yeah, cordon the area off. Just make sure there's the minimum likely. Yeah, just try to minimize any collateral damage that this guy might do. When my backup gets here, they may have more opportunity to draw him away from populated areas.
Okay, cool. I'll mark that turn off. There are 2 turns now as you hear him coming. He yeah, basically you once again you hear him coming long before he comes, and are you still just kind of standing in the middle of the street waiting for him, or?
Yeah, on the Matrix when those twins just like evaporate into nothing as they they have the thing coming through them.
That is very cool.
I get into a position that looks like I'm ready to do just as much as I did to him last time. I'm getting into a position that looks like I'm ready to fight him again. And I'm gonna let him get as close as I possibly dare before I just drop all my density and evaporate into nothingness and hopefully let him overshoot me and potentially do some damage to himself.
That's awesome.
I don't know if that'll work, but yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I reckon you're both kind of acting at the same time, so I don't think that kind of needs an initiative roll.
Yeah.
I wonder whether you need a roll to time it right, I guess.
Happy to do that. Yeah. Yeah. This guy's hurtling at me, and I don't know if I'm definitely not as fast as him, so my reaction time is going to be lower. I will err on the side of caution, like I haven't done anything. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I reckon a close combat and resolve roll, maybe.
Yep.
To kind of be ready for it. Know when you think he's going to reach you and you can react in time, and also just to
have the guts to wait as long as I possibly can.
Yeah, totally.
I think that might be the highest roll I've.
Oh, really?
The highest number of dice I've ever been able to roll.
Nice.
So this is going to be really bad, guys.
Yeah, worst roll of the game.
This is like the more dice I have, the worse I can do.
Holy
right?
moly!
Successes. Damn, that is great. Yeah, that's perfect. You I reckon I'm happy to let you narrate what you lure him into kind of careening into, I reckon.
Yeah. So
successes is damn good.
So I guess I kind of look around and see if there's any particularly solid looking buildings.
Ooh, let's
any
see.
like anything that's very reinforced. And I I squat down just like I did before. I get my footballer pose on. I'm Canadian actually, so maybe like hockey goalie sort of thing happening.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I'm ready for a fight. I look completely committed to another engagement like the last one. And as he sort of comes through me, I make sure I stand and turn and watch the mayhem as he goes through me, and hopefully into this very reinforced area. I guess there's buildings around. It's a city.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And they're mainly kind of lower
Nice
rise
open
around here.
lobbies and stuff. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like not quite kind of, office blocks, but there's a lot of kind of, yeah, warehousing around here and yeah, sort of, kind of shop fronts like that. It's not like cafes and restaurants. So, which is good because it's not full
Well,
of people.
I'm gonna hope that I pick one that looks more abandoned then. If it's not reinforced, definitely abandoned.
Yeah, like I think, yeah, yeah, you can definitely find something that's, yeah, more likely to be maybe not abandoned as much as sort of not full of people. So yeah, full of, goods or or containers from the nearby dock, really would probably work
Yep.
pretty well. That would be pretty reinforced too. So okay. um Mechanically, I don't know if we need need to do anything for that, whether he like rolls damage against himself. But you
And
he
I'm fine if he doesn't. I'm just happy to shock him or
yeah,
make him
yeah,
rethink.
definitely,
Yeah.
most
And if
definitely
he
shock
does
him.
damage himself, that'll be fantastic.
he he does kind of scream past you, sort of already kind of reacting and realizing that he's not in contact with you, and so he's already kind of, kind of like lost his stride. And then it's too late for him to stop his I guess his triggered kind of on contact explosion that he does. So he is, yeah, trying to kind of bring himself to a halt, but he crashes into a nearby, yeah, kind of like warehouse, big kind of concrete building, which just kind of almost kind of the front of it collapses on impact as he kind of, triggers his he, his Nova powered explosion, which kind of sends heat and debris flying past you and through you, as you're, I guess, just kind of standing there.
I didn't go invisible. I should be like,
Oh,
I guess, shimmery.
yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, kind of shimmering and rippling as things just go through. Um, and um, and when the first kind of, haze of kind of dust clears, he is lying, or kind of, half sitting in the rubble. He hasn't necessarily been injured, but he's yeah, kind of stunned by it. He's kind of thrown by, what the fuck happened? That was not what I was expecting to happen. And yeah, basically the side of that building is just, cracked. And that is the second last turn. So
Oh my God.
Comet, I think that we can have Comet come this turn. So I'm happy for you to appear at any dramatic moment that you think is awesome.
Okay, a dramatic moment. Go on.
A dramatic moment. And
Where you
actually,
think that I'm just about to get wiped out by this by this huge explosion, and you realize, oh yeah, that's what she does.
well, actually, that's really cool. I think you're still flying and freaking out, Comet, like, total radio dead air. When another voice is hailing you over the comms, it is Slider. She's also freaking. She's saying, where's the cameras? What's going on? Is Randall all right? I can't reach Faint either. What's going on over there, man? What's going on? Are you all right?
Okay, Randall's at the hospital. I'm on my way back to Faint right now. There's been a bit of a kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle.
You Australians always talking everything down. It's no big deal.
Using weird words I don't understand. Do you need packs? Is it that level of kerfuffle?
Like, I'm not going to say we don't need packs, but I don't have eyes on Faint yet, so I don't know what's happened. I'm on my way there.
And I reckon that is when that last explosion rips through the sky.
Like, there's a lot of explosions going on here, Slider.
I'll get packs. We'll be there soon. We'll be there 2 minutes. 2 minutes max. And she hangs up again.
Is that the only unit of time she works in?
Yes. Well, that's like me. I feel like I just work by close of business.
Yeah.
So that's the same for her. I get you, Slider. I think you're close enough now that you can be involved in this scene if you want to be, Nick.
Yep. I mean, Faint's got this under control, so maybe she didn't need me at all.
Yeah. I'll just kind of hang out and watch, maybe get some popcorn.
I'll just hover above the battlefield and look down.
I don't know, I'm running out of tricks.
Well, I don't know. That was a pretty damn good trick.
Yeah, well, what am I meant to do now? I can't touch him.
Well, interestingly, I'm pretty sure that you can use and turn off powers kind of any way that you like, really. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
As long as you've got the
I need to
quantum.
spend my quantum for that too.
Oh yeah, true.
Yep.
If someone wanted to burn quantum like crazy, they could do all kinds of interesting things with low density for something, and then turn that off and turn their high density on, and then punch someone out. But I mean, you'd be spending quantum like crazy.
Oh yes.
But it's pretty cool. Faint is standing there with kind of debris blowing past and through her. Zulu Tango is kind of stumbling to his feet, and Comet is cresting over a building as he enters the battlefield. What would you all like to do? I'm happy for anyone to have turns wherever they see fit right now.
Well, if I can see that Faint is still standing,
Yep.
I will, one, be very impressed. That's excellent. If I can spot Zulu Tango,
Yep.
I'm going to fly down and pick him up.
And pick him up?
I will hold him in the air.
Ah, nice. Okay. I'm happy for you to roll for that. I don't think you need to split any action to fly to him, because you're pretty damn fast. So that would be close combat and might or dexterity?
I'm hoping Dex, but I can go either way.
Kind of feels like might to just kind of swoop him up.
Yep.
But
That's right.
and hold him up.
I can do this. This is easy. It's fine. Look at me go. How much momentum do we have?
4. Yeah, there is
Go
4.
for it. Spend all of it.
How much?
Well, there's 4, so you can spend up to 3.
All right, I'm spending 3.
Damn.
That's okay. It's 6 successes to pick him up.
Damn. Okay, far out.
He can't be that heavy.
No, he's not that heavy. He's only normal person heavy. Okay, well, you, and I'm guessing that would have to, beat his defense, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah, to grab him. So I guess that's beating his defense.
Yeah, he normally has defense of 4, but I'm happy for that to be lower because he was still kind of dazed and picking himself up. So I'm happy with that.
Well, I had 6 successes.
Oh, 6. Oh, yeah, 6, of course. Well then, yes, easy done. Very
Easy
good. Yep. You swoop in and you pick him up and, in midair with him. What do you do? He's kind of, caught off guard, but ready to probably try to struggle and get out.
Yeah, so look, he's probably stronger than me. I don't know anything else about him, really. He's strong and he's fast. He can obviously take a hit because he's running into things at full pelt. So
perhaps he has been injured by a feint, though.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily know that, though.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
His armor's looking a bit torn. Worse for wear.
True.
I think I'll just keep flying up.
Into space.
Where are you going to go, mate?
That's so good.
Because I've got nowhere else really to put him. So I'm going to fly up, but I'm going to fly up over the water. So that if he struggles free, because I think he's got the strength to do that, he'll plummet into the water. So again, thinking that that will slow him down, because maybe he's a runner, not a swimmer.
That sounds pretty fair.
And maybe our friends will know, like if you've got time to ask, maybe there's a appropriate jail you might be able to aim for. Or
do we have a Nova jail?
Yeah.
In the year 2021, there isn't really a Nova jail. There are probably people discussing whether we can build something that can catch these people or can hold
like us right now.
Yeah, well, yeah. You haven't been part of those conversations where people are like, so if I was to lock up someone like you, how would I do it? So
you wouldn't.
You fly out over the water, and before too long, Zulu Tango stops struggling, and he's kind of holding your wrist that's holding him up, but he's not trying to get you off him right now because you're probably high enough over the water too that he could well be injured when he lands as well. And he says through kind of muffled through the mask, what do you want, man? to get caught, and I've got plenty of money. What can we arrange?
Information. Who are you working for, and why were you here?
I'm here for the cash, and I was on retainer to try to protect the business interests of some big wig mafia guy. I don't really keep track of their names as long as they pay my retainer on time. What else do you want? It's a job. I'm not really here for anything else. I don't know how well I did this job now, but I'm pretty sure I put a scare on your guy back there. So
Mate, you've put a
hopefully,
bit of a scare on more than just that guy. You've fucking ruined that whole block.
the city will pay for it.
Who do you think pays that money?
I don't know, taxpayers, I suppose.
You're an ass.
Look, I don't want trouble. I don't want trouble with you. I'm not resisting arrest or anything like that. But I feel like it would do better for both of us if maybe you just let me go see another day, and maybe I'll meet you here next time sometime.
See, I'm not a fan of that idea, on the grounds that you did try and kill my friend back there. And I understand what it's like to, have your orders. But I take it pretty personally when cunts try and kill my mates.
I do like that a lot. He kind of doesn't know how to answer that exactly, and his grip on your wrist tightens, and he says, "Well, I didn't mean it personally," and he tries to get you to let go. So I think strength, close combat to try to escape into the water, I suppose.
Some sort of contested grapple roll, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think it would be.
And I suspect he'll win. But that's fine. He's over the water.
True. Okay, so strength and close combat, might and close combat.
Yep.
I caught myself that time.
So that's going to be... I'm going to spend that last momentum.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Oh, yes, he won easily.
Oh, he did. He squeezes your hand hard enough that your fingers, kind of have to open up.
Yep.
And then he lets go and plummets into the water. Are you wanting to keep pursuing, or I'm happy if you want to. I'm happy if you want to leave him in the water too. So super happy either of those options.
I will make a cursory swoop over the water. But I'm not going to dive into the water. So, if he stays under for a few seconds, turns, whatever,
Yeah.
I won't see him. I'm not going to dive in after him.
Okay.
If his head shows above the water in that time, I will definitely try and pick him up again. But that's the extent of my rescue attempts here.
Okay. for that, I reckon if you're happy to, not keep pursuing it, maybe I'll throw you a free momentum as he hides.
I mean, out of character, I assume he's good enough to make a stamina. He can hold his breath for a damn long time. So he doesn't really care. Yeah.
Yeah, true. He definitely does. He's got 2, so I reckon that could have you feeling pretty good for a while underwater. But I feel like we could potentially leave that there if we want to.
I think it's a good idea.
I've realized it's actually much later than I thought it was. I thought it was like at most 10:30.
Because we started late. Stupid OBS.
Time flies when you have fun.
True. If not for that, we would have been finishing at a great time. But you come flying back after your cursory search for him, and fly back to where Agent Faint is, surveying the wreckage, and moments after you touch down, there's a flash of light, and Slider and Cestus Pax appear. Slider looks harried, so like she has been through a ringer, maybe as bad as you guys by the looks of things. And Pax is looking every bit his tall, strong, bald, kind of regal self that he kind of puts across often. He's very much puffed up chest, and he looks around and says, "What the hell has been happening here?"
We were waiting for a mate.
I feel like that is a very good final sentence before the credits roll for the night, I reckon. That's so good. That's so good. And it's so fast as well, because I was happy to end on Pax saying that. But
yeah.
Much, much better with you just being an absolute jackass to him right at the end. Totally perfect.
I don't know how that carries in other languages, but as a fellow Australian out of character, that burns. That's
Totally.
That's the worst thing.
That's so good. That is so good. So I think that is us done for the night. That was pretty awesome.
I had so much fun.
Oh, totally.
It was another jam-packed action adventure.
Totally.
Yep.
Totally. Yep. And once again, I didn't think it would all be combat, but it was, and it was actually super, super fun. It's so cool.
Yes,
I like that. I really like games that are fun to play combat rather than just a huge drag.
It was interesting. That's the thing. It makes it interesting.
Totally. And really cool things happen. And I think part of that is definitely the game, most definitely. But I think part of it is just the players doing really awesome things as well. Actually really getting into the scenery and the scene and
Well, there was variety there. So and I mean, you have some credit too. You set it up really well. So you had the opening and the, oh my goodness, what was that? And the, we need to save our friend, and then the, oh my goodness, is she gonna be wiped out completely?
Well,
no.
you held your own so well. My goodness, you didn't even cop an injury after you sort of.
I was
turned
almost
back.
thought that I should have
yeah. Yeah. Well, totally.
Turns out Novas are pretty tough.
Totally. And
well, more to the point, tough Novas are pretty tough.
True. True. And maxing out to more density than you can normally do with your level of quantum is pretty awesome. Just
well, I think seeing the results that Nick got and Comet got was oh, that's cool. And then I think also because we know there's only two more potentially another game. I'm not too worried about driving this character completely into unplayable territory.
Well, true.
On that note, we should probably sign off, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Thank
Awesome.
you all for watching, all our glorious
Totally.
fans.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
See you.
Bye.